Welcome to our third annual virtual Pi Day Gala. We are St. Albert the Great University Parish. We are a fully operational Catholic student parish and a registered student organization at Michigan Tech. We serve not only Michigan Tech, but the campuses of Finlandia University and Gogebic Community College. More than 300 students attend Mass here every Sunday. We provide a safe and dynamic environment for our students to grow deeper in prayer, work on homework, and enjoy a vibrant college experience. In recent years, you may have noticed that the group shots of our campus retreats, focused national conferences, and other group events keep getting bigger and bigger. It's exciting for us, and you have shared many times how exciting it is for you to see the growing number of students involved at St. Al's. How does this happen? How is St. Al's engaging and impacting a larger and larger number of students each year? The answer can be found by experiencing a day in the life of St. Al's. Let's pull back the curtain. Made possible by generous support from our community, St. Al's is able to keep her doors open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Students sure take advantage of these hours. Our days start early here at St. Al's. Let's take a look.
I've never done this, I don't know how to do that.
Slow core is a combination of exercise with the rosary. So each mystery is different with the different exercises. It's more about connecting your faith with exercise because God gave you this body to express it in however you would like to. And we want to be able to use it to glorify Him. And so that just helps strengthen that bond, just taking that hour to pray a rosary while you're exercising. It's really helped me grow in my faith and be able to put God at the center of my life.
Most of the earliest things that happen here at St. Al's are prayers, as we encourage students and community members to begin their day in prayer.
The reason I come to St. Al's in the morning is it helps me focus. And when I come in these doors and I look through the glass and I see the monstrance and I see Jesus, that it's like He's in the house, right?
So excited to welcome you to this day in the life of St. Al's. As we were thinking about what day to highlight, we actually decided to pick Wednesday because Wednesday is the day when we do all-day adoration. So starting some years ago in discussion with our students and our focus missionaries, we decided to extend adoration on Wednesdays. It had been kind of a couple hours in the morning, actually all day long until the 9 p.m. Mass. And all day long, students kind of come and go and pray before the Blessed Sacrament. It's one of the things we're super proud of, to be open and available for prayer, and all-day adoration really kind of intensifies that.
It's what helps me get through the day. It's what helped me get through college, to be honest, here at Michigan Tech, right? So I was in the Marine Corps for 5 years. I would say during that time period, I kind of started falling away from the faith. I went out to Afghanistan and I started asking these deep questions like, I could die right out in combat zone. And I thought to myself, maybe I should actually start reading the Bible again, getting closer to God. Then I came back, we had Joseph, our oldest, and I started thinking even deeper, we have this little one, and now I really need to understand, who is God? How are we going to raise him and all that stuff? And for some reason, just through prayer and all that, I felt this call to go up to Tech. So we go to St. Al's, and it was just an amazing feeling, this feels like home. And so it kind of sucked us in, and I decided to go to adoration because in my head, if I was going to believe in this, I better understand what I'm getting myself into, right? And I came in, I kneeled down, and I just opened my heart, and I said, Lord, I still lost here. I need your help. And I just felt this profound presence upon me, and it was an uplifting presence. And I still hold on to that. I still get that sometimes during adoration. And it's something that's helped me out through the rest of my time here at St. L's and as a father and as a husband too. But it's just nice to be able to just take 30 minutes and have that with the Lord completely and just forget about everything else and just know when you get out that everything's going to be okay through the rest of the day, that I might not have it completely, but the Lord is with me. So.
Studying at St. Alice is a staple. We provide a mostly peaceful environment for these STEM leaders to thrive in their studies. Our student parish is a vibrant community thanks to St. Alice's dedication to supporting and loving our students.
The highlight of my day at St. Alice is definitely the time that I just get to be around in the basement and talk to people. It's one of the great gifts that many students are comfortable working here. This is where they do their homework, this is where they pray, this is where they eat meals, and just being able to run into everybody and anybody.
Being in the basement doing homework, I see so many people and just stopping and really asking about their day and them asking about my day and really caring about it. I think, yeah, that's just the best time. It's just being able to have a community to back you up and support you every day.
St. Alice supports each student and community member's vocation, whether a person is called to married or a religious life.
It's been awesome to see so many students grow closer to Jesus. We have so many different Bible studies that go on that the Focus missionaries lead, and they do a great job with that, so trying to support them in any way. But then just seeing students take the next step in their faith, or taking one of the first steps in their faith as they decide to come into the church. And having Focus missionaries and Father Ben, Sister Jacqueline, myself, other student leaders, which we have a very good group of, just being out and inviting people is something that is necessary for the church's mission.
And as a missionary, the thing that we really focus on is this idea that we're going to do outreach, we're going to meet people, we're going to invite them into activities that we like to do, we're going to go do things that they like to do, all so that we build a trust, we build a friendship, so that we can then invite them into a Bible study, we can build them out, and then we can train them how to be missionary disciples.
I met a Focus missionary, Catherine. She started to invite me on hikes outside of St. Alice, and I just slowly started to come to more and more things and make more and more friends and felt more and more comfortable and included.
One of my friends, Stephen Lane, was involved in Bible study, and he invited me into Travis's Bible study. And so that's how I first got involved at St. Alice. And then after that, it was the idea of becoming a rat that kind of came into play.
Not everyone knows this, but St. Alice has rats. Chapel rats are students who live in the grounds in a religious community of sorts. They're a community of brothers that look after the parish and the grounds. Chaz takes his job of plowing the driveway very seriously.
St. Alice has impacted my faith journey as I've committed to being a Bible study leader, and just being able to be around a big Catholic community is awesome.
And that's right, the next time we get together, that's your last one, and that's tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. St. Alice has seen many couples engaged this past year and works hard at preparing them for the sacrament of holy matrimony through our marriage prep program.
Well, marriage prep has a few different parts. They see whichever priest they're going to be having the marriage, and they come to me for the survey that they take. And the whole process is simply to help them to communicate and to make sure they're communicating in different areas that maybe they've talked about it once, or, well, we brought it up, but it brings it forward to them that they need to talk about it more before they get married. And just to make sure that they know that the sacrament of marriage, what it's about, and so that they can grow closer to the Lord together.
There have been a lot of blessings from marriage prep, definitely. A lot of it has just been prompting good conversations between the two of us that have helped us grow deeper.
St. Alice walks with the people in all phases of life. Whether or not a couple is wed here, St. Alice provides natural family planning instruction to those who seek it.
NFP stands for Natural Family Planning, used for achieving pregnancy or avoiding pregnancy. It's also valuable for all women to learn, for being able to keep track of their cycles and their health And the more students that are learning, the more they're telling their peers, and especially on a scientific campus like this, it is really highly interesting to all of the very scientific women around here.
As the afternoon draws to a close, adoration is still going strong up in the chapel, and our liturgical schedule on Wednesdays really kick into full steam.
At the end of the day, as we get close to that 9 p.m. Mass, we have confessions from 8 o'clock on. So yeah, as we walk into the chapel here, don't want to make too much noise, but we have a little sign here with 2 priests. We've had 2 priests now for 5 years. We had to come up with a second confessional. So you can see in the back there, the confessional that's been used for decades. And over here, we have our second confessional, which is actually one of our broom closets. So I give the associate pastor the real confessional, and I've taken the broom closet for myself. I always like to keep a little candle lit in here. Establishes some ambiance despite it being a little bit cluttered. Yeah, so this is where I spend time. It's one of the most powerful things I get to do as a priest. One thing that started a little while back is we do a couple times a semester what we call a Wednesday of Joy. And in addition to having adoration all day long, Father Tom and I take shifts, and we actually have confession all day long. So we love to tell people that with 13 and a half hours of confession on a Wednesday of Joy, they really don't have any excuses. And it's been well used.
At 8:30, our local Knights of Columbus chapter here at Michigan Tech leads the chapel in a rosary.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
At 9 p.m., we have our most well-attended Mass outside of the 11 a.m. on Sundays. It's really quite shocking to see the number of students that are there on a regular Wednesday evening at 9 p.m. making time for the Lord.
The Mass is the high point of the Catholic life.
For me, the highlight of my day is going to Mass at the end of the day. I love just ending the day with Mass and being able to receive Jesus, but it's also nice ending the day with a lot of people that I know and love.
After that 9 p.m. Mass, we have a very vibrant social with many activities, including the house favorite, Ultimate Ping Pong.
My highlight of the day at St. Al's would probably be seeing like all the students gathered around downstairs, either playing ping pong, doing homework, or just hanging and just having great conversations.
St. Al's frequently takes advantage of the quickest way to college students' hearts, their stomachs. Sharing a meal both draws a student in and provides a feeling of home. In some ways, we are following the example of Christ, who draws us to the Eucharistic table. An abundance of donuts and bagels gets students chatting after Sunday Masses, and Friday night fireside meals serve an average of 50 to 100 students every Friday. On feast days, we celebrate with elevated liturgical events and extra delicious food, such as deep-fried turkeys, raviolis, pasties, homemade chai, and chili. Hikes or canoe trips are sure to have snack breaks, and when we hike up Mount Baldy, gallons of extra garlic pesto pasta are cooked on top of the mountain.
I kind of have to, oh yeah, we're good. Okay.
My favorite thing that Father Ben cooks is probably his potato soup.
My favorite would have to be his puttanesca, his pasta.
Father Ben cooks a lot of garlicky things and a lot of spicy things, which are my favorite things.
Friday is Middle Eastern Day.
Oh, really?
Homemade pitas.
So
hummus with the appropriate amount of garlic.
I'd have to say lasagna. I'm a big fan of lasagna and pasta.
Yeah, I would say lasagna, yeah. Oh, wait, no, there's this roadkill pasties, yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I really like the falafel we made that one time. That was really good. Even though it was Father Ben's first time making it, I thought we did really well.
There'll be more falafel.
Yes, more falafel.
But anything he makes is super. And abundant.
Food is a very easy thing for college students to say yes to, and I think it continues to be one of the most important parts of our outreach strategies here at St. Al's. And also, it wouldn't be Father Ben if he didn't include food in every homily that he gives.
A defining characteristic of friendship is moving together towards a common purpose. This is why St. Al's Kitchen is a place where relationships are built and people with little in common often get to know each other. Numerous students remember not only the delicious food that brings groups of people together for quality time, but the time they spent in the kitchen.
Last semester, I only had one class on Fridays, and then the rest of the day I would come up to St. Al's and I'd help Father Ben cook. And that was always fun, just to be in the kitchen with Father Ben and other students who would help and just have a communal meal and just be a community and a family.
And right, like that is the reason that food is so important, is the fact that it builds community, the fact that it fosters relationships, the way that it welcomes people in. And it says, this is a place where we can come to a table, and we may not always agree with each other in every other way, but we know that we can be received, that we can be loved, that we can be heard in this place.
As you've seen, a lot of different things happen at St. Al's in an ordinary day. As a matter of fact, we've only shown you a small part of what goes on around here. These many different activities provide students with opportunities to connect and get involved. They provide students with the opportunities to hear the Lord calling them to mission in many different ways. Through the hard work of our staff, our focused missionaries, and our many committed student leaders, not only is the number of people involved growing, but also the depth of impact. We're so excited to invite you to personally join our mission here at St. Al's. Your prayers and financial support will foster our students' relationships with Jesus Christ and His church. We need your help to continue the growth and trajectory of St. Al's impact on students' lives. This is all possible only through God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit. We invite you to take some time tonight and sit with the question: is the Spirit calling you to join our mission?
One of the most impressive things about St. Al's is how many people come through Michigan Tech and through St. Al's and say that their faith grew immensely during college, and that's not something that most college campuses can say. And because of the impact that St. Al's has been having, the community's been growing immensely.
The growth has exploded, and we can't do that without the support of our donors.
With more and more people, we need more and more support for meals, for more plates for Friday night fireside, or gas money for driving more buses to the retreats.
We're broke college kids, so it was really nice to have the scholarships to be able to actually go to Seek and to do the fall and spring retreats. I know it's not cheap for St. Al's to put on, so it's really nice to have a lot of donations to allow students to participate in a lot of that.
Of course, you donate to St. Al's for the good of others, for the good of the current students. But you also donate to St. Al's because it's part of your life. It's part of your spiritual development. It's part of who you are, right?
It's the future of the church. I mean, it's helping men and women be like myself. I became a better father through St. Al's.
We're so excited to be a part of what is happening at St. Al's. We want to invite you to be a part of it.
St. Al's depends on your support to function, and sometimes we're asking you to help support big projects and big specific events, but we have this just daily need to sustain the operations of our parish. As you can imagine, our staff and our electrical bill and the grocery bill, all of these things come in with regularity. This year, as we enter into our 60th anniversary, we want to have 60 new people join us as monthly donors. We call the group of people who give monthly to St. Al's our Living Faith Society because their support in that monthly regular way is really what sustains our daily operation. We're so blessed to have a huge number of supporters who've joined us in this way. We have over 200 monthly supporters, but we really need to see that number grow to sustain our operations. Would you consider becoming a monthly donor to St. Al's? Involves sitting down and just thinking about what the Lord has given you each month and whether you might be able to share part of that with St. Al's in a regular way. If you're ready to make a monthly gift like that, please just use the URL that you'll see on the screen. We'll also be sending that out in email. We're hoping to have 60 new people join us as monthly donors, and we're hoping to see an impact in the first year from those gifts of $60,000. If making a monthly gift isn't the right fit for you, but you'd still like to support us in this 60th anniversary year, please consider making a one-time gift, and we'll count that towards that total goal. Many of you saw the opportunity to sign up for a signed hockey jersey, so we're going to be drawing that from all the people who registered for the gala tomorrow. Father Tom, being a graduate of NMU, is the designated drawer for that. So stay tuned, watch your inbox for the link to see that drawing, and that will happen tomorrow. Thank you for joining us for our 2023 Pi Day Gala. This is our third one. We hope you've enjoyed it. We hope it's helped you understand the life here at St. Al's a little bit better. Please prayerfully consider supporting us in this mission. Know of our prayers for you, and please pray for us.
Can you spell your last name?
Mazurkiewicz.
Say it one more time.
Yeah. Mazurkiewicz.
And Zoe is just spelled
Zoe.
Does it have a lots of
Okay.
This is literally just to put your name underneath.
Okay. Yeah, get the.
We also don't.
Can we please have a blooper reel?
I'm not going to use the moves the whole time, just initially.
What would Jay like to say about the rats? Their dedication to the physical well-being of St. Al's.
It's the hardest thing in a new confessional is figuring out.
So, sorry, people are looking in and I'm just like looking.
So we're not using the audio. Show says Dana. Okay, put them out.
I remember seeing Father Ben and Father Dustin going up, and Jess is like, "Does that priest have a beard?" I was like, "No, it's a monk."
And that's actually part of why I came to Michigan Tech. A small part was seeing Father Ben walk down the aisle with his magnificent beard. I was like, this is a place where I want to be.
So the beard works, I guess.
She's a black rhino.
When we hike up Mike Baldy. When we hike up Mike Baldy.
Not the pop machine.
It knows we didn't put it in the shot.
It knows.
Here, Lieutenant Rambo!
Donate, please. We have rats. Should I say it with a straight face? Donate, please. We have rats.
It's so great.
This wasn't one of the questions. I talk about this stuff all the time, but I can't. You've got a camera in front of me.
Solid. Thank you. Solid.
And I'm Allison Hadgis. I was born downstate, or nope, that's not right. I kind of
Start over.
Okay.
You're not a troll.
I'm not. No, I was born in Marquette. I don't know why I said that.
It feels safe.
Touche. Yeah. Well said. That's a quotable quote. When I get to Marquette, it feels like I'm already south of the bridge. I can't wait to tell that to some people.
It's a
Yeah.